kind of cool. Oh, oops, just hanging out. Come on, come hang out with me. It's just funky. You're okay. Hi, hi. Oh, you know what I forgot? My little lead up. Hi, Mo. Hola. Bien, ¿y tú? Yamil? Yamile? Bueno, Janine, how are you? Let me see. There it is. Just gonna give everybody a chance to get here if they can. Hey, Marie. How you doing, Curly? Hi, Valentina. I got this dot on my forehead. Yo! Yodelay-hee-hoo! Oi. Hang on. Hey, Sue. Yeah, I did. I did. I played in my makeup and my makeup bag and my hair bag. Like, I put on a hairpiece and everything. I'm having fun. Yes. Hello. It's been fun. Hey, Min. Oh, I gotta put you on the list. Yes. Yeah. Good. Min and Sarah. Hi, Sarah. You like the earrings? Thank you. I know. I mean, I really did. I was playing with some of the stuff that I've had that I haven't been using and getting into it. Hey, Claudine, Cindy, Vero, Mindy. Yep. Cool. All right. Well, I imagine like people are going to kind of come and go as they usually do, but I wanted to finish up some thoughts that I never completed the last time I was doing a talk on just on racism and 3 Steps Back and Behind the Great Black Mother. And Marlon Brando as a mushroom came from Anna, I believe. Golly, these are like, I might need some new ones, but that's okay. Hey, Bethany. Beyond the Great Black Mother, we were all mycelium. We were all mushrooms. And where we come from can give us tips on how we think and reprocess information. Thanks, y'all. Aw, thank you. Okay, so the first thing I want to say around this is how you all have been an amazing part of my process of healing and learning how to use my voice exactly from who I am, regardless of what I look like or what society says I'm supposed to look like. That I have found love within myself through working it out through this mirror, through this receptive, one-sided conversation in a lot of ways. But, oh, Chris, I'm going to put you too. Yes, Chris. Yeah, thank you. And then I'll put KK too, because, oh, yes. And, yes. Okay. I'm going to forget a lot of people's names still, but I've been going through all these wonderful letters that I received, and I couldn't even, get at them at a time when I was being pushed out of my home and having to see if I could even get a house. So things have just been really fast paced, but as I'm slowing down and looking through and clearing away some of the wreckage and looking at the beautiful treasures that you all have sent me and have surrounded me with, I've started to just see things so much more powerfully, and I'm also seeing each of your individual love that you have sent to me, and not only to me but to each other, so much so now that last live, I was so happy to read through and see what beautiful community we have become. That everyone was not only busy saying hello to me, they were letting me be my messy, crazy self that's like looking for a bunch of shit and, whatnot. But in the midst of that, I could see all of you saying hello to each other and sending love and asking questions and really connecting to each other. And it felt so good. And it felt like that's everything I've wanted. That's everything I've wanted, is a true sense of community around me, that I was going to be okay and that we were going to be okay and that we could talk about hard things. And here we are. So I just want to say, I love reading your letters again, and I'm putting them back into the tree compost. And I plan to make a beautiful apple forest with the compost from your letters. So just know that it's going to take a process, but I am really trying to build in a no waste system in my home. And it's going to take a long time. I may never get there entirely, but I'm trying so much to do that, because I know when we go back to the earth, we're going to be mycelium. We're going to be coming up like mushrooms and fungi. And the neat thing about mushrooms and fungi is that, one, it sounds fun. Fungi, I like to give a term to the guys and gals that are using their brains and their might and their spirit to push through and clean up the shit, the detritus, the mess of the world in their own little pocket and turn it into fuel and make beautiful foods and beautiful medicines. And the most amazing thing about mycelium is that it can make its own water. It can survive catastrophic events. It can turn poison back into medicine and salts into food and dirt and rotting things into the most nutritious food for everything. And that's one of the things I love about Marlon Brando. When he sent Sasheen Littlefeather to the Oscars on his behalf, he was thinking outside of himself. He was thinking like a myceliate looking for information and ways to change the patterns. And if we can think and be inspired by these thoughtful, nonviolent ways of handling unfairness and injustice in the world, I believe we can save our planet and save ourselves from so much suffering. Clearly, again, I know I'm the poster child of what not to do, but on the other end of it, even though I've learned some crappy lessons and I've gotten pummeled left and right, through facing the wind and through dealing, I feel like I have been able to, through you and this page, learn how to pattern my thinking and keep it on the using your words track and keep moving it towards what I really want, which is a community of women and men who love each other, love this land, and want to do better and learn and grow and get over the racist crap and the sexist crap and get to the bottom of it, but get through it. And I feel like we're at the precipice of something grand here, even though the news looks like poo-poo. And it is. It's so, so very stressful. It's too much. Turn it off. It ain't gonna matter. If you need to go, if you truly need the news right now to get underground, I promise you, the sirens will go off, but in the meantime, perhaps we could take 3 steps back from that news and more towards each other and more towards this pleasure activism that we're all learning about, and toward the fact that we have individual responsibility for this land, and we can do it because I have evidence. I have evidence now that I can turn a desert landscape that is nothing but fine sand, a dead zone, into a thriving, living place that looks like a backyard in North Kakalaki, okay? In 120-degree weather. I know how to do it. And I just finished this course on permaculture again, and I just keep going in and going in. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is everything. when you see the live show, I hope you'll start to see all these little bits starting to come together, where I used farming as a way to deal with my anger. When I smashed a gourd open to break those seeds out, and when I broke a pot to get that root-bound tree out, I was crushing their skulls. I was working that shit out. Madness is important for us to recognize. We are going to be pissed. We are going to be sick of white people shit, black people shit, brown people shit, all the shit. We're going to be sick of shit. We're just going to be sick of it. Sexism, men, women, all the... But if we can use all of this madness that we have felt during this time and season in our lives and put it back to the earth, I believe we can save this land and each other. And this is where we can have you chop wood and you carry water and you use your body. We're aiming to be physical. We're literally going to go out and be physical to work the madness and the stress out, and to learn proper posturing, and to learn permaculture systems that are easy to apply to your own household today. Practicing meditation through listening and looking all the way around. Hey, you made it. Good, Brittany. I'm glad. Looking all around and witnessing, where does the water flow? Where's the flow of the water? What birds are coming? Who's eating what? Where are they transferring it to? Do you notice a poop line? Where can compost piles go? It sounds really difficult to have that in normal life, doing normal things. I'm pretty sure that's what you mean. I totally get it. I really get it, Paola. Es muy difícil, pero es muy importante. Y cuando tú y yo comprender or conocer, to know los árboles necesitan nuestras ahora. So when we understand that the trees, the land, the forest need us right now, it's really important. We have 30 years, even if we can get this track back toward keeping temperatures maintained and whatnot. We still have 30 years after that to recover. We have a lot to do. And if people want to get fit, they want to learn how to change their homes into something that gathers water and isn't a bunch of yards with mowed grass, which is actually not natural, and turn it into beautiful gardens that are water retaining and water storing, trees that are water retaining and water storing, so that we're always using our bodies, eating foods from the land. Perhaps we I'm overdoing it, but that's what I do. Just hang in there with me, because I was on ADD meds. I didn't know how much they were going to work, and they did work, and I'll be damned, I don't have them anymore in my life, and I'm just going to be like, ooh, until I can learn how to catch it. But that's where I'm trying to grow my own mycelium in my own brain, and not necessarily my mycelium, but if mycelium, those channels, the synapses in our brain, they're trenches. They're like the water catchments in our yards, They're trenches, and they'll flood to one zone because it's used to going in that direction, right? So my brain will just go blah, 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 blah. But if I give up, it's going to stay in the state of blah, blah. But if I keep working and just let it and stay in a calm, relaxed place and allow the thoughts to come back through, my synapses tell myself and regrow, and they don't get stressed when I don't know where the thought went. And then it starts to bring back more information because I'm on the side of pleasure. Okay, so I was trying to say that when you dig those trenches, they're like water catchments. And so what I'm trying to say is we can be fit, have more abundance than we ever wanted. We've just got to stop the patterns of staying in this long-term job, that we need this big house, that we need all these big things, and get less materialistic and more characteristic with our styles. how we live. I think coming back to, take a page from the Mexican folks and get the whole family in. If it's not your family that you're living with, then perhaps it's, especially because I have so many lesbians and bisexual and like queer family, trans followers. I feel like that's something, a lot of us still don't have children. We could share places, we could share land, and we can have tiny houses, and we can have this abundance. But we've got to make up our minds that we're no longer going to live by this linear style. We're going to start branching out and digging the trenches in our minds from, I can't do that. I could never do that. I'm still like trying to catch up with like where my underwear and lost socks are. I get it. At the same time, hey, Karen, it's worth it to make that step back and switch. If it means that you could have, like, if you could just walk out your door and see all of these beautiful water retaining gardens, and then all the food, and having your kale, and, like, one of my favorite things to do is have a morning snack. And I go in these little bins. These are just all the starts that I've made from the carrots. These are just carrot tops. But I'll get myself a little sprig of a carrot top, and then a garlic green right here. Oh my God. Let's get the top of this celery that's just starting back. Oh my God, you guys. It's the most delicious snack. Look at all these. And so I started growing these for the hens, but I love carrot greens so much. And they're so easy. All you have to do is cut the tops, and then pop them in. Hola, Spain. Hola, Elise. Okay. I'm all over the place. Dang it. But that's okay. So is my psyllium. I really do feel like we are on the verge of something where we can do things differently in a beautiful, beautiful way. So I just wanted to like open my mouth and talk about it, because I feel like when we've got something especially positive to share, my gosh. Hello, Catherine. Happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary day of your birth, dear. Glad you're in the world. Peppers, herbs, moringa, kiwana's doing very well. Excellent. I bet you got the weather for it. And I'm sorry that I thought it was you who sent that particular printout, because you sent so many, and I've had this, well, I don't want to show that because there's somebody's address at the top, but I have this bin of all your letters and stuff, and everybody's letters, and I think some of them fell out of the envelopes, and I found a little note with that John Lennon quote. You guys, just in case you're curious what the heck I'm talking about with JoJo, there was a quote that was sent, and I thought maybe it was Joe who had sent it, but I think it might have been Everall Hathaway. Might have been, because there was another little piece of paper that was nearby, and it said, I ain't got the energy right now to change the world, but I'm going to send this to someone who does. I think I at least ought to do that, or something like that. What a great name she has, too. I love her name. Anyway, this quote from John Lennon is, when it gets down to having to use violence, then you are playing the systems game. The establishment will irritate you, pull your beard. I'd like to see that. Flick your face to make you fight. Because once they've got you violent, then they know how to handle you. The only thing they don't know how to handle is nonviolence and humor. John Lennon, he really did wake us up to some stuff. Yep, really did. That white shaded man's point of view, he really paid attention and listened. Okay. Did you know there's like 78 million pounds of pesticides and 90 million pounds of herbicides that are applied annually to home landscapes in the U.S. alone? And did you know that that's been linked to leukemia? It is. Pesticides and herbicides that are, might be even in your neighbor's yard or yours. And all the lands are connected. Toxic runoff contributes to water pollution and less sequestration of CO2 in the soil, leading to more climate change. So it really does mean, like, every time you've got grassy lawns and you apply any kind of chemicals, that adds to the climate change too. What I want us to do is figure out ways that we can plant ecosystems together and build plant communities like we build our community here, and learn how to create dynamic species and create species and symbiotic relationships with nitrogen fixers. You can do stuff like creating lazy lawns. I love her point of view on lazy lawns, where it reduces fossil fuel emissions too, because you don't have to worry about the gas of running a lawnmower or having those guys come with leaf blowers that blow all the toxic shit in the air, and then you breathe it. You're breathing the pesticides. And how much pesticides are still in our bellies and in our intestines and in the lining of our arteries by breathing it. There's a lot we can do. So I'm all for it. Okay, I wanted to just list some names of people that I have letters from and messages from that have truly, like, not only saved my life, but you have created a mycelial network, a net that caught me as I was falling in a free fall from two places that almost didn't exist to me. Just in between it all. You helped save me, and you helped save J.R. Roberts and Robert Delano and Officer Colantuano and Officer Berrigan and that, bitch who hid, the Houdini who disappeared at the concession stand after I told her what happened. You saved their lives too. And this is all connected. Kathy McConnelly, Lisa D, Lisa G, Marie Becker, Patty. I know I call you Maria because I think you go by two different names, but thank you. Cheryl Hartland, my gosh, thank you. Everall Hathaway, Cindy Teetards, Anna, Anya, and your horsey memories, and Whitney Houston, and Missy Yuri, my Carolina gal, and Sue Macklem, and Jana, and Robin, and Jerry, and Jojo, and Maureen, and Mama Roo, and Scrimsy Poo, and Nettie, my love from long ago, and Patty Eakes Harris, my voice teacher, showing up on, and my stepmother Natalie, and Min, Dodson, Sarah, Chris, and even Chris King, Sam, Special K, ladies, Doris Whitehair, Karen, Rachel Pittman, Shannon Yu, Alba Leone. All of you have been so helpful. And at one time or another, you have sent me some beautiful letter, some piece of yourself saying, hey, I've been through it. Shit happens. Hang in there. Whatever it is, I know what that looks like. And Jen, my numero uno bud, like, seriously, thank you. You're like the big sis that just scooped me up in the very first place and was like, oh, hell no, I hate this shit. This ain't happening. So more, I have so much more, and I think I'm going to have this list keep going, a thankful list, as much as possible. But I needed to say a couple more things that we are part fungi too. We are animal and fungi. And we can learn so much from stopping playing into this linear madness that makes it look like we've got to have this big ass job that keeps us busy all day long and gives us no time with true family, friends, music, pleasure, the nature, and the work we need to do to actually restore our earth. Don't let the system fool you. The reason why I posted the little clip, it's just an innocent little clip. It's obviously meant so that you can get a lot of clicks on it, because it put Tony Scott with this little kid, Sky, who's this great ski jumping kid. Like, she's just magnificent. And but it's a microaggression, and I want you to see it. It's trying to get clicks. It's trying to outward facingly be interesting and link up to a dude who's the mentor. And then he's giving this little kid this little buzz, sure. So even if it's her father that, like, put Tony Scott with her name and put it out there for everyone to view, or her mother that did it, it's still a microaggression against ourselves, against the truth of what happened. Sure, those guys were supportive, but I saw that kid talk herself down that slope. And when you see stuff like that in the news constantly, where you're constantly seeing just the titles alone will oppress people, will show you, nope, it's because a guy that this little girl got down a hip. No, it's not. Christelle. I knew, if I start this list, then nobody, then I told you in the beginning, I'm going to miss stuff. Christelle, thank you. I got you on the list, Poops. I got you. This is my VIP list to the compost pile. Hi, Nabila. Yeah, shish boomba. We all go into the compost pile together. But on our way, let us make merry. I saw some karaoke later. Okay, maybe. Let me see if I can do that. I did get the password to the Carafun, so I may be just plugging in. I do have some work to do musically anyway, so yeah. I've got some work to do before that though, and I have one more workshop that I want to take. So yeah, I'm schooling. Getting some school on. It's nice. I like being a student. And it gets me so excited to share because I'm like, oh, this is stuff we can apply right away. We can do, like, you can go out in your yard and dig a swale around a place that floods and put in some flowers and, layer it up with some ground cover and voila, you got the first start, Go put your kitchen scraps in there and see. I just want to make sure. Go back. Oh, there was. I have 2 notebooks. Hang on. Communal yurt living. Exactly. I lived in a yurt while I took teacher training up in the Los Padres Mountains. It was great. And I had an outdoor shower. Loved it. Hang on. I think Mama's trying to come over here too. You might get a chance to see her. Ah, thank you, JDH. I woke up on the wrong side of bed this morning, too. But I took a long hike with Bonk and just worked out my dragons. I put one of my underwater sets together. That's really exciting for the show. Ginger is a boy, I think. What I thought was a nipple was not. And the reason why I know is I saw it. It was only one, and big botos beneath. I can't hold it against the guy, though. I mean, good old Saint Nick, So there's that. I also learned that a black-headed finch is actually a mohawk. They're warblers. I learned that. We have 3 different hummers here, Rufus and Anna's. Hummingbirds. I thought that's pretty cool. I'm working on a rap song called I Wrote My Way Out, and it's so good. And Jen turned me on to that song, and she said it reminded her of what I've been up to all this time. And Katie Lang, ooh wee, Nowhere to Stand. All right, I'll put that down. Let me see. I do love some Katie Lang. Nolene, okay, hang on. Let me write it down on a piece of paper I'll find. Katie Lang, Nowhere to Stand. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, I saw a diner that's been shut down, and I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool to have like soup, spirits, and sandwiches, kind of cantina with art and live music, and that could bring food and community, and then I could just supply some things, but just be like, I don't know, I just think that's really cool. Hi, Mama. Here's Mama. Hi. What you doing? You thirsty? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's nice. I've got, this is like my command center. I love it. And I feel so interwoven because what I see is just the forest. And all the birds come up. And right up there was where the turkey vulture was. Hi, Moms. Here's Mama. Hi. You're so brave. She's the bravest girl. Thank you. I'm really happy too. I'm so happy that this is finally coming together. It's taken forever. Like, it makes me want to cry how long this has taken. It's just like frustrating as heck, but that's part of what I've been taught, and that's in the show as well. It's that I was listening. I felt the fungi, the tree people, the energy of Mother Nature speak to me and lead me on and say, nope, it's not ready yet. There's more. Hang on, there's more. Yeah. And Danielle, you need to be on the list too. And Begonia, see, and Nabila. Well, I got you, Nabila. I like that, having your names here, Begonia. And I know, Begonia, I've got like some letter that I had written to you so long ago. I have to write you a new one. It's like irrelevant now. I'm so sorry that happened, but I am making up for it. I'm getting it out to you. There's stuff now that's just like so expired, some of my stuff. Not only all your letters that I have here too, I've got this this other big giant file of, just all these scripts and stuff I auditioned for, stuff that I just loved, but it's time to let it go, Slava. Doom Patrol. That would have been so neat. Oh, well. It'll be good stationery. But some of this I can't even use as stationery. It's not legal. Yeah. Anyway. Easter basket stuff. Bug catching stuff for the girl. Biggest piece of advice? Oh gosh. Concerning what specifically, Brittany? I'm glad that I have this place here too. It's been medicine for me. Mother Nature is medicine. And I hope to be medicine for her, because I do understand now that we are stewards of this earth. We are stewards of this land. And it was meant for us to take care of the animals. But we're not doing it. We can't let these... Bonky Dork is right down there. Oop, she good. We can't let one kind of human species, one kind of human shade run the whole show. We've got to push through our own fear of standing up for ourselves and the land, and do it creatively. Do it with a mushroom mind, like Marlon Brando sending Sasheen Littlefeather to the Oscars to kindly request that the Native American people be represented in cinema and storytelling in let the images of their people be of a higher level and of a respectful way, because they were completely they were mischaracterized. They were made into mad, this Neanderthal, mindless savages, and that's not what that was. And we have the great gift of a place like America and the UK, and even though we've broken up with the UK, we still emulate a lot of stuff that doesn't work. We're seeing it. But what we can do is start learning from the natives and applying the stuff that we took over and making it better, and making another go at what Marlon did. Trying to improve not only the images, but the underneath, the underbelly of what is. Our fear of the nitty-gritty dark earth and her power. But if we don't give it back to her, she's just going to swallow us up like a butthole does a small butt plug. Okay, that's it. I'm really going to hang up this time. I'm not going to bye-bye you to death. Kombucha, sauerkraut, and bone broth with celery and sauerkraut, celery, carrots. It's my last round. Here we go. Trying to take good care. Next time I gotta clean my sink. Okay, I'm really hanging up. No, really, I am. I'm gonna hang up. It's time to go. The earth, the trees are connected to us. We draw our energy by putting our bare feet on the grass and our arms around the trees. True. Even our hands, just our hands right on the trees. I've put my cheek. I've listened. It's nice. It's lovely. And especially around here, you know, we've had fires. Someone set fire to an area here, and it's terrible to see, but it's also powerful because we can sing to the trees, and I'm finding I can play music for them from other artists, and they like it. It's amazing. We can really ground down and connect with them in a way that kind of sounds otherworldly or alien, but the first time I spoke and sang to this land, I swear, it became neon for me. I wasn't hallucinating. It made itself, this forest sang out to me through its color and perfume. It's just amazing. Okay, I sing something before I go. Okay, sing you out. All right, I sing you out. Chop wood, carry water. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Father, I feel your heartbeat. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Sisters and brothers, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. Have a wonderful time in your isthmus. We'll see you next live. Blessings. Thank you for being here. No. Keep it light.